Hello everyone, it is Brittney from the Pretty Plus, and today I have figured out how to show you my screen because if you'll recall the last time I did this for my January budget with me, I didn't really even I just like on a whim just did it, and I was like, I'm going to share this, and so I didn't do any research into how to show you my screen. I just wrote things down the old-fashioned way, and I thought that I would take the time to figure it out later so that I got it done so that I didn't have any excuses. But I've realized that it's probably more beneficial for you to see it this way, and I figured that I would use it. So I hope that you guys enjoy this. I hope it's much better and easier for you to see than when I was writing things down. But this video is going to be my January budget overview. I'm also going to talk about plans with my debt snowball, go over a little bit about what our debts actually are, and explain to you a little bit about our debts as well. So, we went over in January by $126. It's not too bad. We usually don't go too much over. I would say the most we typically would go over as far as like on our full expenses or anything would be around 50, 60 bucks, but there were a few areas that we were over this month, and I thought I would go through and tell you about our spending one by one. It'll help you see my spreadsheet a little bit more better anyway. So before I make this too long, I'm going to get right into it. We have some typical expenses: mortgage, car payment, phones, internet. No changes with any of those. We had budgeted $200 for our gas and electric, and it ended up being over. And I should have budgeted more for like December, January, February, even sometimes November. It ends up being more. It's cold. We're trying to heat our house, and especially now we have an infant, and we want to make sure the house is warm. So yeah, we went over by $59. Daycare, online subscription, or Hulu, still the same. For groceries, you can see over here, Aldi, Ruler Foods, Aldi, IGA, Walmart, Aldi, and Walmart basically is where it was. We went over a lot. We were eating pretty whole foods, and we just had a bare cabinet from the holidays, and I needed to stock up on some things that I, just didn't have in the house, and keeping fresh food around, like fresh fruits and vegetables, can sometimes be expensive. I think that next month I'm going to budget a little bit more, just knowing that I'm still going through the Refine You program, which I'll link below for you if you're interested in figuring out what that is. But anyway, we went over by $88. Not horrible, not great. I don't think we've ever gone that far over. And another thing is this $47 at Walmart was, I don't think it was food. I'm pretty sure that it was, we needed deodorant and toilet paper and all that type of goodness. So, whatever. The next thing is our credit card minimum payment. If you haven't had a chance to go into my budget spreadsheet and look around, then you may not know that when you have your credit cards listed down here, you put the payments out to the side, and then it tabulates that price for you and sticks it up here for you to pay. So $360 was our credit card minimum payment. We have 3 credit cards right now. Whatever. Medical bills, we are paying $200 a month for mine and Clara's medical bills from her birth. We're not, right now, if you don't know, we are working on paying off credit card debt. We're not concerned with our cars. We're not concerned with our medical. Credit card is where it's at for us, and that is our main priority. Once we get out from the beast that is credit card debt, then we'll work on figuring out which of these debts we're going to pay off next, because we are going to, but credit cards first. So our credit card debt is what's tabulated, and $360 went to that this month before our snowball. Medical bills, again, $212 is what I paid. It was $200, but I wanted to make it even, so $212. We went $5 over on our restaurant budget. We had Taco Bell as we were traveling. Buffalo Wild Wings. We went bowling. Panera, normal stuff. You'll see this right here is $39 added back in because we were traveling for the first weekend of the year, and we have a travel sinking fund, so we were able to take the money from there and put it back into our restaurant fund. Same with gas over here. We had $40 in gas from travel, and we were able to use money from the travel sinking fund for that as well. Speaking of gas, we were quite under on gas. I'm not sure exactly why. Probably because I didn't go to work for a little bit of this month, and I work about 30 minutes from home. So we got $49 left over there. Brett and I both take $20 a month in allowance because we're torturing ourselves apparently. All of our sinking funds we paid normally, and you can see our sinking fund totals over here. I think this month I didn't write out what they were. Let me pull up the tracker. We got pregnancy tests from our medical, and I think that's it. Oh, my birthday. We had $50 from that and $11 at Texas Roadhouse. So we had a gift card for the rest of it. Yeah, that's it from there. And what else do you guys want to see? Oh yeah, okay. So after all that was said and done, we had $1,294 to surplus. So we come down here to our surplus. I blocked this stuff out for you. This stuff. Anyway, I blocked it out for you so you don't need to see exactly where our money's from and what's all in our accounts. But obviously you're going to see the total amount that we got this month. Surplus, $1,294 is what we're working with. We keep Claire's expenses as part of the surplus. We don't want to limit that necessarily as far as she's our first kid and it's exciting. So if we see something cute that we want to get for her, like some Nike shoes or a leather jacket, we're going to be able to do that. And then her formula would be here. We got formula in a bottle one time, and diapers will be here as well. So we spent $97 on Clara and then $47 on our roof, which I'll come back to a little bit later. And then we're going to put $1,150 toward our freedom payment / HELOC. So I'm going to explain that to you. Before I had Clara, we had a bit of a scare with our roof where it started leaking into our living room. And we were like, what the heck? We have a $1,000 emergency fund. We do not want to put any money on our credit cards because they have high interest, obviously, even though we had space open. We decided to take out a home equity line of credit on our house in order to be able to pay this $7,000 to $9,000 new roof, basically. So then I ended up having Clara early before we got approved for the loan, but before we got the work done, we had Clara, and so we weren't home for about 3 weeks because she was in the NICU. And long story short, the people didn't end up following up with us. They didn't get back to us. We were like, what in the world? And so I decided when we came back home and I was on maternity leave to get some second opinions on what was going on with our roof. And I'm so glad we did because we had a really reputable company come out and they let us know that the problem was the chimney instead of the roof and that our roof still has some good years left on it. And so instead of the $7,000 to $9,000 we were going to have to spend and put on our HELOC, we were able to only spend $2,047. So I ended up still putting $2,000 on the HELOC. It's very low interest. We didn't have the extra money when we got it, you know what I mean? So we had to get it from somewhere. And I do not regret it because what we've been doing, and this is very against Dave. So if you're a Dave freak, Dave Ramsey freak, then just tune this out. But for us, it's been working very well. we have decided that the credit card that we're working on at the moment, we're putting on our HELOC to make sure that the interest isn't as harsh for us. So credit cards, I think all the ones that we have right now are about 20 to 23% interest, and our HELOC is under 7. So moving it, it's working for us. So we have our $2,000 on there for the roof that we're not planning on paying back immediately. Our HELOC is interest only. I feel like I'm giving you guys a lot of info, but anyway, HELOC is interest only. So we moved the $1,300 that we owe on our Chase Freedom card there, and then that's going to be paid off early next month because we're putting $1,150 toward it, and there's only $1,310 on there. And then the next card we're going to work on is the Capital One MasterCard, and we'll move that there after that's paid. The other one is paid off. So smart move. I think it's a smart move because we're working on them so diligently. We have really honestly stayed true and diligent to paying off our debt. So we aren't just looking at throwing it there and leaving it there forever. We're going to put it there, work on paying it off immediately, and then move on to the next one. So I like the plan. I understand that it's not a totally Dave Ramsey approved thing. He talks about not moving things around because it's not really doing anything for you. In our instance, it is going to save us probably hundreds of dollars because of the interest. So that being said, that is done. That is my January budget overview. If you guys are interested in seeing what we have going on for February, you can stick around to next week. I suggest subscribing, maybe turning on the notification bell, whatever. If you have questions about how I budget, want to download this budget spreadsheet, it's going to be linked below. It always is linked below. And that's about it. I hope you guys had a great January. I hope that you're making progress and paying off your loans or saving your money or doing whatever it is that you're looking to do in your budgeting journey. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on the internet at The Pretty Plus on Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook, and I'll see you soon. Bye.